This is a study that was kept hidden from the public for half a century. 30 years after the death of its principal researcher, the public came to know of it and they quickly named it the monster study. This study was conducted by Wendell Johnson and Mary Tudor at the University of Iowa. The experiment aimed to see if stutterers could be fixed by positive affirmations and if stuttering could be induced in healthy children. For this experiment, Wendell and Mary selected 22 orphan children. Orphan because they could access them easily. And who cares about the orphans anyway? Monster study. It all started in January 1939. Of the 22 children, some stuttered and some did not. They were divided into two groups. The stuttering children received positive speech therapy. Tudor said,
"You'll outgrow the stuttering and you will be able to speak even much better than what you're speaking now. Pay no attention to what others say about your speaking ability, for undoubtedly they do not realize that this is only a phase."
The non-stuttering children, the healthy children, received negative speech therapy. Tudor said,
"The staff has come to the conclusion that you have a great deal of trouble with your speech. You have many of the symptoms of a child who is beginning to stutter. You must try to stop yourself immediately. Use your willpower. Do anything to keep from stuttering. Don't ever speak unless you can do it right. You see how Elizabeth stutters, don't you? Well, she undoubtedly started this very same way."
The experiment lasted until May 1939, during which each child was exposed to a 45-minute session every week. Letters between Mary Tudor and Wendell Johnson that were written shortly after the experiment ended showed that the children's speech had deteriorated significantly.
It was very difficult to get Norma to speak, although she spoke very freely the month before. Betty practically refuses to talk. Clarence said that the sound wouldn't come out. Feels like it's stuck in there.
Mary Tudor returned to the orphanage 3 times to try to reverse the negative effects caused by the experiment, but lamented the fact that she was unable to provide enough positive therapy to reverse the disastrous effects. Monster study. What a fitting name. Due to the unresolved psychological trauma caused to the stutterers group, the results were never published and the orphan participants did not know they were part of the experiment until 60 years after it occurred. The University of Iowa publicly apologized for the monster study in 2001. On 17 August 2007, 7 of the test subjects were awarded a total of $1.2 million by the state of Iowa for lifelong psychological and emotional scars. Monster study, what a fitting name. And it should remind us of the power of words and how they can shape lives. May we be careful of the words we let affect us, whether they are from the content we consume or from the people we interact with. And may we be careful of the words we say to others, lest we end up becoming the monster.